Her voice trembled just enough to make me look up from my coffee. "I need to tell you something," she said, fingers twisting the hem of her sweater like she was strangling a secret. The kitchen light flickered above her, buzzing faintly. It was early evening, the kind where the day still lingers but the shadows have started crawling in. The smell of burnt toast clung to the air, and the silence between us stretched too thin. I set my mug down, slow and deliberate, watching the steam rise and vanish. "What is it, Claire?" She hesitated, eyes darting to the window, to anywhere but me. "I've been seeing someone." Just like that. 4 words. No build-up. No apology yet. Just a confession dropped into the room like a match on gasoline. The world didn't tilt or blur. It sharpened. I saw everything too clearly. The tiny crack on the edge of her mug, the faint lipstick stain she hadn't noticed, the twitch at the corner of her mouth when she finally met my gaze. I smiled. It wasn't planned. It wasn't kind either. It just slipped out, the reflex of a man who's been living on edge, waiting for the truth to finally show its face. "I figured," I said quietly. Her face fell. "You did?" "Yeah. You've been dressing differently. Staying later at work. Laughing at your phone like it's telling better jokes than I ever could." She winced, but I wasn't cruel. Not yet. I just leaned back, listening to the clock tick. Each second sounded heavier than the last. "Who is he?" I asked. She hesitated, then whispered, "Ethan." The name landed like a punch I didn't dodge. Ethan, her coworker. The one she swore was just a friend. The one I'd met at her office party last month, all smiles and too long eye contact. I remembered shaking his hand, feeling something off but burying it under trust. I looked at her again. Her hands were shaking now. "It wasn't supposed to happen," she said. "We just connected. I didn't plan it." "Neither did I said. "But I guess here we are." The silence after that was brutal. It filled the room like smoke. I wanted to say something, anything, to break it. To scream. To cry. But all I could do was watch her unravel. My mind raced backward, connecting all the dots I'd ignored. The faint perfume that wasn't hers. The nights she turned away from me in bed, claiming exhaustion. The new password on her phone. The way she started saying "we" when talking about work. How blind had I been? No. Not blind. I'd seen it. I'd just chosen not to believe it. "I still love you," she said suddenly, desperate. "I swear, I do. I got lost. I needed to feel something again. Something that wasn't me." Her lips parted, but no words came out. That was answer enough. I stood up, walked to the window, and stared out at the street below. The world outside looked maddeningly normal. Kids riding bikes, a couple walking their dog, the smell of rain starting to gather in the wind. Inside me, though, it felt like the floor was gone. She came closer, reaching out. "Please, say something." I turned. "You want me to scream? Cry? Tell you I hate you?" Her eyes glistened. "No. I just need to know what happens now." And that's when I smiled again, calm, detached, but with something sharper beneath it. "I think you already decided that, Claire." That night, I didn't sleep. I lay on my side of the bed while she sobbed softly beside me. Every sound she made sliced deeper, but I stayed still, breathing through the ache. My mind played back our years together, the first apartment, the first fight, the promise we made after her miscarriage that would never let life pull us apart again. And now here we were, pulled apart by choice. At some point, I got up, made coffee, and opened my laptop. My fingers hovered over the keyboard before I started typing. It wasn't anger driving me, it was clarity. I typed out, "Claire, I forgive you. But I can't stay where love has to compete." I printed it, folded it neatly, and left it on her pillow before I left for work. She called me later that morning. I didn't answer. Then she texted, "Can we talk? Please. I made a mistake. We can fix this. I'll end it with him." Each message came faster than the last. But I didn't reply. Instead, I drove to the office, parked, and sat in silence for a while. That's when I saw Ethan, standing outside a cafe across the street. Alone. Nervous. Checking his phone. I don't know what came over me, but I got out of the car and walked toward him. He looked up, startled. "Oh. Hey, David, right?" "Yeah," I said. "David." He shifted uncomfortably, eyes darting toward the cafe. "Listen, I didn't mean for..." I held up a hand. "Don't bother. I'm not here to fight." He frowned. "Then why?" "I just wanted to see the man my wife risked everything for," I said softly. "To see if it was worth it." He opened his mouth, but no words came. The guilt on his face told me everything I needed to know. I smiled one last time. "Take care of her, Ethan. She'll need someone who doesn't mind loving what's already broken." Then I turned and walked away. That evening, when I got home, the house was quiet. Her car was gone. On the table was my note, crumpled, tear-stained. Next to it was her wedding ring. I sat down, picked up the ring, and turned it in my hand. It was cold. Lifeless. I should have felt relief, but instead there was only a hollow ache, the kind that settles deep and stays. I whispered to the empty room. I smiled and said nothing, but I meant goodbye. Outside, thunder rolled. Rain began to fall, soft at first, then harder, washing against the windows like the world itself was trying to start over. And for the first time in a long time, I let myself cry. Not for her. Not even for us. But for the version of me who still believed love was enough.